Hello, Standard 10. Going to discuss Chapter 10, the nervous system, and it is part 4. Means still, now what we have discussed, we were discussing about the nervous system, and I have told that there are two types of nervous system, the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. And the central nervous system is consist of brain and spinal cord. Central nervous system is made up of two things, brain and other is spinal cord. And in brain we have discussed that there are three parts. Number one is the cerebrum, number two cerebellum, and number three is the medulla oblongata. And we have discussed that the largest part of the brain is the cerebrum, divided into right and left hemisphere, outer and inner cortex, and between them left and right corpus callosum is present, which transmits the impulse from right to left and left to right, related to intelligence, memory. Okay. Cerebellum, the balancing part of the body is maintained by cerebellum, and give reason question we have discussed that an alcoholic person walks clumsily. Related to this, now we have to discuss about the medulla oblongata. What is medulla oblongata? Where it is located? That part we have to discuss. Okay. Listen. First, location. Lowest portion of the brain, triangular in shape. Okay. Lowest portion located at the base of skull. Location is base of skull. Almost triangular in shape. And one very important thing related to that, it controls the activity of internal organs. Okay, it controls the activity of internal organs. Involuntary actions which are performed by our internal organs, like heart beating, functioning of kidney, movement of food in our alimentary canal, and those things, means functioning of the internal organs, are controlled by the medulla oblongata, which is present at the base of the brain. And injury to medulla oblongata may lead to death. Give reason question. Why injury to medulla oblongata will lead to death? Because it controls the functioning of the internal organ. So, and other involuntary actions are also controlled, peristaltic movement. Now, this was about the brain, the cerebrum, cerebellum and medulla oblongata. Region-wise also, brain is divided into three parts. Okay, region-wise, area-wise, and those three parts are forebrain, midbrain, and the hindbrain. Now, coming to the forebrain. Forebrain is made up of two things, cerebrum and diencephalon. It is made up of cerebrum, which we have already discussed. It function also. And other thing is diencephalon. Now, this is new word for us. Diencephalon. What is this? This diencephalon is made up of two things. And those two things are thalamus, not the plant's thalamus, and hypothalamus. They are the gland, and we have discussed that the master gland is the pituitary gland because it seems to control the functioning of all other endocrine glands, and pituitary gland is controlled by hypothalamus. Now, location of hypothalamus, location not necessary, hypothalamus, and also the temperature maintenance of our body is done by the hypothalamus, means vasodilation and vasoconstriction is controlled by hypothalamus. Very clear? Controls the functioning of the pituitary gland and helps in maintaining body temperature. And other is thalamus, relays pain and pressure impulse to cerebrum. This releases pain and pressure to cerebrum. Its function. So it was about the forebrain. Now coming to the midbrain, and midbrain is the smallest part, smallest area of the brain. And okay, a small tubular part. Reflexes involve eyes and ears. Eyes and ears reflex. Eyes and ears reflex are controlled by this midbrain. And now coming to the hindbrain. Hindbrain is very important, made up of three things. Cerebellum, which we have discussed. Okay. Second one is the pons, and third one is the medulla oblongata. And this cerebellum and medulla oblongata we have discussed. So pons, located at the center of the brain, below cerebellum. Center of brain, below cerebellum. And we have discussed about the corpus callosum, that it is a tough part present between the hemisphere of the cerebrum, and function is to transmit message from right hemisphere to left and left to right. Same is the function of pons. Okay, it is located at the center of the brain below cerebellum, and function is to transmit message between the two hemisphere of cerebellum. Try to understand. Corpus callosum transmits impulses between the two hemisphere of cerebrum, and pons transmits messages between the two hemisphere of cerebellum. So that part is clear, and we have already discussed about the medulla oblongata. Now let us see something I have brought for you, one chart, and it is related to, you can see here, it is about the neuron which we have discussed. And now brain part, you can see, okay, the diagram is given in your book also, and question will be there related to region also, that which region deals with the taste, sight, okay. And one model of brain also I have brought. You can see, this is one model of the brain. You can see, means skull part is removed, and if we will remove it, it will look like this. Okay, and you can see this lower part, medulla oblongata, Okay, now these are the two hemisphere, and this one having furrow is the cerebellum. This is the cerebrum. This area shows the pons. This part you can see the tough part, corpus callosum, and convolutions you can see here. So this is model of a human brain. Okay, and in practical also you have to draw the diagram. You have to show it. So brain part is clear. Now coming to second part of the central nervous system, and second part of the central nervous system is the spinal cord. Okay. As I have told you that central nervous system consists of brain and the spinal cord. Now a spinal cord extends from medulla of the brain to the backbone at the end of second lumbar vertebrae. End of second lumbar vertebrae is backbone, and in backbone vertebrae we have neural canal, and through that neural canal only this spinal cord passes, flexible cord, and same thing is there. As we have three meninges, dura mater, pia mater and arachnoid, these three meninges are there in the spinal cord also. And we have discussed about cerebrospinal fluid. That cerebrospinal fluid is in the spinal cord also. And the function, same function is to prevent from the mechanical injury or protect from mechanical injury. Very clear. But one difference is there, and that difference is the grey matter and white matter. While we were discussing about the brain, in that I have discussed about the cerebrum, and in cerebrum I have discussed the outer cortex and the inner medulla. In cerebrum, outer is the cortex, and I have told you that cortex is made up of cyton of the axon. Cyton of the axon. So it is grey in color, contains grey matter, and this spinal cord means cerebrum is part of brain, and in a spinal cord it is just opposite. Outer cortex is grey and inner is white. Inner contain white matter. Here outer is white and inner is grey, and white is due to the presence of axon of the nerves, and cyton greyish in color. If cyton is there, then it will be greyish in color and contain grey matter. So it was about the difference between the brain and the spinal cord. Function of spinal cord: reflexes below the neck. Any type of reflex means reactions in our body below the neck is controlled by this spinal cord. Conducts sensory impulse from skin to the spinal cord and then to the brain, and motor neuron from brain to the skin and every part of the body, and conducts motor response we have discussed. So it was about the spinal cord. Now we have finished the central nervous system, and I have told you that two type of nervous system we have to discuss. One is the CNS and other is the PNS, peripheral nervous system. Now, peripheral nervous system is consist of nerves, made up of nerves, and these nerves are either arising from brain, then it is called as cranial nerve. What it is called? Cranial nerve. And if it is arising from spinal cord, then it is called a spinal nerve. So two type of nerves are there. Cranial nerve, which arises from brain, and spinal nerve arises from spinal cord. And number is important. Number means here from brain it is 12 pair, and here it is 31 pairs. Okay, and cranial nerve, like olfactory nerve related to smell, present in the nose. Okay, and motor nerve going to the eyes muscle. So this part is clear. And spinal nerve originate from the spinal cord by means of two roots. One is the dorsal root and other is the ventral root. And dorsal ganglion is present. And one more thing, that in spinal cord horn is present. Dorsal and ventral projecting horns are there in the gray matter. And diagram, either to draw or diagram based question, 5 marks question related to a spinal cord may be asked. Now, one more thing, peripheral nervous system is of two types. Okay, somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system. And these nerves are the part of somatic nervous system, which we discussed. Somatic nervous system. And we have to discuss now the autonomic nervous system. And autonomic nervous system is also of two types, sympathetic and parasympathetic. Means, once more in other video, we will discuss the peripheral nervous system once more. Thank you very much.